everyone, good evening and welcome back to another vlog here at My Philippines Live.
Yes, here we are again, and we have a special topic for tonight. And what is the topic?
Yes, so we decided it's probably about time that we discussed maybe how we were influenced by the coronavirus and how things around us has changed since the coronavirus.
And of course, like what we have learned from this pandemic.
That's right, yeah, so it'll just be a general discussion
Mhm.
of how our lives have been affected by the coronavirus and things we have noticed around us, what have changed, and the new normal that everyone is talking about. All right, so where shall we begin?
You first.
I asked the first question. First question. How has things changed for you since the beginning of this coronavirus?
Well, emotionally, mentally, it changes a lot. Yeah, because nobody is prepared. I mean, nobody really knows how wide this what you call that virus can spread up. And while it was in China before, in my mind is like it, things can get like crazy, but it's not gonna be. I wasn't expecting that it's gonna be this big, but now it's really changing in a way where I feel like it's time just froze. You agree with me? It's like everything just went very slow. And our like options in life is getting like, for me, it's getting smaller and smaller.
Okay.
Like if we want to go somewhere, we are not allowed to. If we like for the business, my business,
Yeah, let's
my
take it step by step. Let's maybe start with how has the coronavirus affected your work and what has changed since
yeah,
the start?
the line of business that I have is I'm an event coordinator, and events nowadays is not advisable.
We just talk about nowadays. Let's talk about how it started and how it's continued until now, until this point. So it's already been, the coronavirus has been kind of part of our life for what, 7 months?
Yes, in the Philippines, 7 months. So before the coronavirus started here in the Philippines, I mean, I had lots of like bookings, and since the pandemic started, it's get like canceled and canceled one by one, and now I am in positions where I don't have event because I understand it's not allowed. It's kind of bit.
Well, it is allowed now, yes. You
No,
can have events.
we're talking about step by step. You said.
Yes, so be specific with your time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Are you listening to me before the coronavirus started and entered the Philippines? That's what I mentioned. That my business was okay, and then
Yeah, things were looking good, yeah. Things were looking up, like expecting a pretty busy year, I guess. Yeah.
yes,
Okay, and then, like you said, you started getting cancellations of
yeah,
some events you already had.
yeah.
But now
It's zero.
it's zero.
Which is I understand because
But events are allowed now.
events are
with
allowed now, but
restrictions.
still you still have that. That's what I said. Emotionally, mentally, you are like kind of bit wary. You are kind of bit like before this pandemic. It's like it's okay. Everything is planned when it comes to events, but now it's like there is more adding on what's not to do, social distancing. It's kind of bit complicated as an event coordinator.
Yeah, that's what I want to get into. You know, it's like so, like you said, events. And how long has it been that they kind of allow some events with a lot of restrictions?
But what I'm trying to say is I'm not focusing just for the event. I'm focusing on mentally and emotionally. How am I affected? So my guts before compared to now is totally different because
your guts.
Yeah, because in a way you are you're an event coordinator, and it's your responsibility of everything must go into place. And to me, it's just adding more stress. And psychologically, it's
Yeah, the point now where you kind of um, hesitating whether you should take an event.
yeah, hesitating for now because I'm more worried about my stuff. I'm worried about the people. I don't want that I'm standing there and then, of course, you cannot just tell one by one all the guests that social distancing
Yeah,
because,
and the whole dynamics of the event has also
mm,
changed. Yeah, with all the
especially for
restrictions. I
weddings.
mean, people still having to wear masks at the
Yeah,
reception and at the ceremony. You're
yeah.
limited to how many people are invited, so it will be a pretty lame wedding in a way, I guess.
Not
Uh,
really lame, but the job of a coordinator is she or he needs really to coordinate to all those people, all those rules. And for me, right now, it's quite a bit stressful.
sure.
Mm.
Okay, yes. So yeah, that's how it's affected your work. Yeah. So
And
what
how about you? Your work?
my work? Well, I have to say, in the beginning of the coronavirus, actually, because I'm doing the online teaching to Chinese students, so there was a massive lockdown in China. So my job thrived during the beginning of the coronavirus in China because all Chinese students were at home
Mm.
and taking online classes. So that first 2 or 3 months,
It's quite
actually,
good for you.
it actually worked out very well for me. Yeah, but by
Wow.
that time we weren't really that affected at all here.
Mm.
So yeah, it was looking pretty good. I wasn't really complaining about how it affect my work. The opposite of you in many ways.
Yes.
But then when things started returning to normal in China, people got back to work. They had a lot of catching up to do and stuff. Schools started reopening there. Then yeah, there was this sudden drop, yeah, in classes. So yeah, I've in the past 3 months, I would say I could feel the effect, and I'm not sure if it's all got to do with the coronavirus. There might be other kind of factors involved that I'm not really aware of. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not as busy as I was. I have a lot more free time on my hands.
Mm. Well, good for you though, because good for us.
Good for us, yeah. I mean, not many people were that lucky. Many people
Yeah,
were really
yeah.
affected. They were stuck without any work. Yeah, they couldn't go to work here. People were under lockdown.
Mm,
Companies maybe started closing down.
mm.
Certain industries, tourism industry, hospitality industry, restaurants, bars, all those places
We're shut down for I don't
completely
know.
shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those. Okay, so with the development, they eased on the lockdowns. Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah, those places are open now. So let's talk about that for a second. What's it like now? Going out, going to a restaurant.
It's weird. The feeling is weird, to be honest. Even for the first time, remember we went to the mall and then I felt sad in a way. It's like, I mean, here in the Philippines, like for example, here in Cagayan de Oro, malls are like, you can feel that it is really mall before this coronavirus, you know. It's like, for me, I am a woman, I like malls. You don't.
Well, I'm not crazy about malls, but sometimes it's a good outing for us, yeah, just to go out and do something. But I mean, malls are popular here in the Philippines,
Yeah, and
so it was quite shocking to see.
yeah, because after the lockdown, well, here in Cagayan, we didn't really have like total lockdown. We only have like a general quarantine.
Well, there was a period where the malls were all
Yeah,
closed.
all closed. But anyways, well, it feels so weird. It feels sad. It's like you can only see a few people, and it's like some boutiques are even closed, and it's
Yeah.
weird that, well, of course they have to do the protocols and instructions from the DOH, Department of Health. They have to follow, and then it's so weird that inside the mall there's like arrows where to go on the floor. Like when you want to go outside, the arrow you will follow. When you want to get in, there is an arrow on the other side. You know, to I mean, it's good though.
I mean,
It is
yeah,
good.
yeah, the measures they've taken to try and um, implement social distancing, so people going one way keep on the one side, people going the other way have to keep on the other side,
And then
and then just getting into some shops. You're in the mall already, and then getting into shops.
yeah, like you want to dine or you want to eat in a fast food.
Just go into a department store.
Yeah, you have to write your name,
So
address, temperature, telephone number. Of course, once again, we understand because it's for
contact tracing.
contact tracing, just in case.
But it's become a schlep. Yeah, it's become a tedious thing because you're in the mall. You just went to one shop, filled out your information, sanitized, go in and maybe have a quick look if they have what you want. No, they don't. Go out into the next shop and you just have to repeat the same process.
You have to do that again. But
so I think, yeah. So why is the mall so? Why do you think the malls are so empty at the moment? Because it's a big difference from a normal weekend to we just went to the mall last weekend.
these people also are protecting themselves. You know, our government is always giving an advice that if it's not really that important, then we must stay home.
That's not what I think. I think people hate wearing these masks and face screens in a mall.
Face mask.
Face mask.
Face shields.
Shield. Okay, we've got the right word now. The face shields. Yeah. So
that too.
Personally, I really despise it. Having you walking in a mall or walking outside and you're in the city with a face mask and a face shield and having to walk around like that. I don't know. To me, it just changes the whole feeling.
That's
seeing
what you
everyone
call
with masks and
new
face
normal.
shields.
And if we have to adapt it, we cannot blame the government if they want to, implement that rules.
That's why no one's going to the mall. You can't see people's smiles anymore. If you want to eat, you sometimes forget you have a face shield and you stuck your ice cream into your face shield. It's a messy story, yeah.
And sometimes it itch like somewhere, and then you have this face shield and you forget that.
Yes, exactly. It's like you can't scratch it.
Yeah. But anyways.
So yeah, that's the new normal, and to be honest, personally, you can tell me if you feel the same. I find it a bit unpleasant to go out like that.
It's always unpleasant.
I feel
it's hot.
Maybe that's the idea. Maybe the idea is to kind of deter you from going out. They're trying to discourage you from going out.
Of course, it's hot, and then sometimes I feel like, can you hear me? It's like
sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't.
Yeah, it's like, geez, I feel like I have to scream, But yeah, we just have to accept that is what's the situation at the moment.
So that's the sacrifice you need to make at the moment if you want to go out and visit the mall or go into the city. Taking public transportation is the same thing. You guys probably seen in previous videos, sitting there with a face mask and a face shield. So we understand the measurements they want to take and the prevention policies they put in place. Sometimes it feels a bit over the top. Let me give you an example. Going to a restaurant as a couple. Wow. You walk around hand in hand, get to the restaurant. What happens, honey?
Yeah, we have to sit apart.
Keep social distancing, quiet
Actually,
eating.
not like that. Not like that. We have to sit apart.
Diagonally across each other.
Across each other.
So as a couple, when you go to a restaurant, you can't even sit next to each other and enjoy a meal the same way you used to.
We watch, the cinema is open.
Well, we discovered that last weekend. No one even told us cinemas are open. We just walked past the cinema, and for the first time there was light and screens were on. And it was like, is it open?
Yeah, but you know what surprised us? Is we have to sit apart, 2 chairs apart.
And guess how many people were in the cinema?
It's only us.
Just the 2 of us. So again, we're a couple. Only people in the cinema, but we have to keep social distancing. That's it changes the whole dynamic of going out. And
it changes a lot. It changes a lot. This whole pandemic, it changes a lot. Not only for us, but it's all the entire world. It changes.
To be fair, that's one reason why we've been doing a lot of our vlogs lately. Just in front of a computer, having a discussion, because you feel very limited to where you can go in the first place. And even if you go out, it's like, I guess these new normal policies makes it not as pleasant as it used to be.
Mm.
So yeah, we're spending a lot of more time at home.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, emotionally, how did this pandemic affected your life emotionally?
Wow, um, I'm a very easygoing guy. I am introverted. I don't mind sitting in my room and keeping myself busy. Um, but I have a partner that's been affected. I get affected by how you were
Oh,
affected.
you're blaming me. You're blaming me.
I have to look into the frustration and the anger of a partner and deal with those emotions. Yeah, I'm kidding. I mean, it's very understandable. I do sympathize with what she's going through. You know, it's like I know she was looking very forward to this year. You know, and this was the year where she was planning. You got all your goodies to decorate, and was looking forward to start doing the events and basically start earning some good profits. And then boom, it just gets taken away like that. So that's very frustrating. Like I said, we were very lucky. I was still managing to continue my work, and we were able to survive this worst part. Many people around us was not
And
that
we also
lucky.
we still managed to share our blessings to our neighbors, and because I know they're all worst affected, and
Hmm. Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's one thing we should never forget. While the pandemic is ongoing, there are people that's been affected much
yeah,
worse than you, maybe. Or maybe you are a person who has been affected very badly by this coronavirus. Reach out, yeah, reach out to people, and if you're in a position to help, yeah, offer a little help can go a long way.
yeah.
Um,
One thing I realized, and I what one thing I have learned in this pandemic is really this situation shows the true color of people. You know, this pandemic, I've realized that not all my friends are my friends. You know, and this pandemic, it shows how greedy is some people, how selfish is some people, and which is good because at least I know I'm not the only one who experienced like this. Maybe too.
well, I think worldwide, I mean, on a
Yeah,
bigger scale, I think
yeah,
everyone's wearing masks, but a lot of masks has been removed.
yeah.
We see that in political world,
Yes,
and
yeah,
we see that just around us with
yeah.
people that you thought were one way and show a different
Mm.
side those in those moments. So yeah, I
So
think maybe we can look at the coronavirus as a blessing in disguise in some
yes,
way.
that as well. Because to be fair to those people who really show their true colors in a good way, there are really people who loves to take advantage of the situations. There's even like prices go up because like face mask and alcohol, it's been run out and people are taking advantage of overpricing it. I mean, for me, I realized that when the situation of survival, that's where you know who your true friends and family are. And I also realized in this pandemic that life is very short, you know, and some people still don't realize that because we don't know how long this pandemic will last.
Yeah, I mean, let's. I mean, if we have to be quite blunt and honest, it's not something that's just gonna go away one night. Yeah, you're gonna wake up the next morning and it's gone. That's not the case. That's not what it's gonna be like. Um, I think just like the flu and the cold, this is something that's here to stay, and we're gonna have to start dealing with. So I know in the beginning there was a lot of fear and worry about the coronavirus and it affecting the family here, maybe us directly. How do you feel now after 7 months?
After 7 months, it's I think it's for me it's we're still coping with it. We're still like still afraid, but it's good if we are afraid, because when we are afraid we are more focused, we are more vigilant.
Okay.
And but we we always find and treat every day like it's normal. We are trying to feel like it's normal, but when you go outside, that's the reality.
Hmm.
When everyone is wearing masks again, everyone is wearing face shields again, and that's the time you're like, oh yeah. But in our area here, we try every day to act normal.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't feel fearful at all about it.
You don't?
No, I. I mean, I think just looking at different reports, different people experiencing it. Of course, there's people that's more vulnerable to this virus and can be affected badly by the virus. But if you look at the percentages and stuff, um, I don't think as a healthy person you need to be too worried about it. Although it's not just about you, it's about even if you catch it, it's actually um, kind of coming in contact with people who are more vulnerable. So that's why I think we still need to take the responsibility to, yeah, take the measures necessary
Yeah.
to prevent catching this virus. Maybe I honestly don't think we're going to be able to avoid it forever. Uh, but yeah, uh, scientists are learning more and more about this virus every day, and vaccine is in the pipeline. Are you going to take the vaccine?
Well,
No comment.
they have to take it first.
We'll see. Yeah, what's happening with the vaccine, is that going to make a big difference? Who knows? But end of the day, yeah, I think it's become, that's where the word new normal comes in. Yeah, that's we're starting to get used to this being around and the
Yeah.
way the measures we're taking, the life we're living. Um, so in a nutshell, I mean, that's how it affected our lives. My heart goes out to you guys who's been affected in a much worse way. Um, and like I said, yeah, I think my final advice is probably take care of yourself, your own health, and if you're in a situation where you do need help, reach out
Reach out to where?
to people you can reach out to, people around you. Reach out. Don't be shy to ask if you feel you're desperate for help. And the same goes out if you're in a position and you know people that might need help. Is, I guess, also, yeah, to just offer a little something, make so relieve the stress. I don't know. You have a different opinion or different advice?
No, I'm reaching out to those people who's also dealing with depression. I mean, this pandemic is really can test your limits and your patience and your faith. You know,
Faith.
faith. Um, all I can say is I've been through that this past few months, and as what he said, reach out to your trusted friends and to your family. I mean, having a depression is not easy. You feel like you are so, blocked. But it's only you can also cure what you're having. You can deal with it. You believe that you can deal with it by reaching out to your family. Talk to your family, talk to your trusted friends, and share whatever feelings or emotions you have, because that's a really good step. That's what I did, just talking and talking,
Mm.
because I know there's a lot of people out there because of this pandemic, because we are used to this lifestyles of very being busy, and just suddenly boom, and then your dreams, your visions for this year is just change it all.
Mm.
So it's hard to take in, it's hard to suck it,
Process.
it's hard to process. So I understand, and once again, I am saying, as I've experienced that, what I did is I talked to my family. I don't even understand myself sometimes. Before, before, like, I don't know, months ago, but talking to friends and family really helps, and that's my advice to you who's dealing with it right now, because we need each other. We need, and then pray. We always needs to pray because God is good. I hear a song that I really burst into tears, and this little child singing this song, "Stand still and let God moves."
Mm.
You know, and believe that everything is gonna be okay, and this is just a trials.
Yes, I'm a believer of faith, and I do have faith and believe what should happen will happen. We're not going to change that.
Everything happens for a reason.
But in the meantime, be human and practice good human nature, support each other, love each other, and appreciate life.
Yeah, because life is very short, and family. This pandemic, it sends one message that family is very important, because God shows us that we need to stay home and take more time to our family, because we're so busy outside doing something, but we forgot that we have a whole family. And this pandemic, it also gives me lesson to, to talk to my family, to spend more with my family, to, you know
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Okay, well, I think we basically talked about 7 months in 25 minutes. In a nutshell, just how it affected us. Please feel free to comment.
Yeah, share to us your experience and what you've learned and whatever, and then we are willing to reply or gives you some, if you want to
Share
have an
opinions. Yeah.
advice. Yeah, why not? Maybe we can share each other some emotional
Support. Yeah.
support. Yeah.
So guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, we appreciate your support. Please don't forget to
Subscribe
like.
and share, and please finish our video because it helps us a lot.
Yeah, your watching time makes a big difference to us and supports this channel.
And always remember, stand still and let God moves.
Great. Yeah, we'll leave you with that message. Take care, everyone. Good night, and see you in the next vlog.
Mabuhay, Philippines!
Bye. God bless.